What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another predicted lineup. We host Crystal Palace at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 7:15 kickoff on Sunday evening. How are you feeling coming into this one?
Yeah, obviously a lot better after 2 wins in a row, 2 clean sheets in a row. Dogged display on Thursday to get over the line as well. And we've now put ourselves in a position where if we can get another result against definitely a game where we could easily get a result, not easily, but we can definitely get a result, it puts us in a decent position in terms of the league. And before the Burnley game, we kind of had no margin for error. Kind of one more loss, we were pretty much knocked out the race completely. And now we've put ourselves in a position where we're actually right
Still
in there
no
now.
margin for error.
There's no margin for error, but there's a bit more. Well, there's a tiny bit more margin for error, I would say, in terms of if we don't win this, we're kind of still there. Whereas if we didn't win against Burnley, we weren't there at all. So the 2 wins have been very crucial. We need to get this third win to really ramp up the pressure on the teams above us. And although we sit in 8th, we're very, very close there to getting to the top 4. So need to keep up that momentum and keep up the good feeling, and hopefully we can do that.
Jose's had his press conference done today. What's the team news coming out of it?
So he's talking about Aurier. He said basically Aurier was feeling his calf a bit at the end of the Burnley game, but he's not injured. He played obviously 75 minutes, but he was injured before that and a bit of a muscle injury. He was feeling it a bit, but he's okay and he should be fit to start on Sunday, so no problem there with Serge. In terms of Celso, he said Celso, maybe there's an opportunity for Sunday, but more likely for Europa League on Thursday. Yeah, kind of sounds like Celso's going to start, not going to lie, the way Mourinho says things like that. But he says more likely Zagreb, but he has said things similar in the past and we've seen them go straight into the lineup. So maybe we'll see Celso.
Well, let's see what we do for the predicted lineup. So obviously we're going to go for a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, Hugo Lloris.
Yep, Lloris comes in.
Yeah, so you can't complain about Hugo Lloris. Absolutely great performance, wasn't it, on the weekend?
Yeah, I thought he played really well. Yeah, he played really well, got the clean sheet and made a few crucial saves as well. And after all the criticism that he's been coming his way past few weeks, it was good for him to have that positive performance. And hopefully we can see more of that from now to the end of the season.
The right back, we're going for the return of Serge Aurier. I mean, we missed him on the weekend, on the midweek, didn't we?
We did. Well, Mourinho claims he was very happy with Doherty's performance, but a lot of the fan base wasn't.
Yeah.
Grandpa was. I think he wasn't as bad as people are saying, but I did think he doesn't provide the same outlet Aurier does, going forward especially. And with their pacey wingers, we're definitely going to need the physicality of Aurier in this one, especially with Zaha back. So Aurier comes in.
Left back, the return of Sergio Reguilón. He's the one that we really missed on the midweek, wasn't it?
I think I missed both of them. Well, I don't know if he's the one specifically, but
I thought that the left-hand side was just left one. Like Ben Davis hardly left our half, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least Matt Doherty was getting up. I know he wasn't providing too much good balls into the box or whatever, but at least he was providing an option up there. Like Ben Davis didn't even get up once.
Yeah, that's the truth. That is true. And it'll be good to have both of them back again. We all know that we're a different team when Reguilón and Aurier are in the team. We all know that. So I think hopefully it would be good to have that threat from fullback again in terms of really pushing the team back, and hopefully that could lead to a bit more control in the game.
Right-hand side of the defence, we've got to stick with the informed player, Davinson Sanchez. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
yeah, he has to play.
It is.
He has to play. He's played 2 good games, although he nearly screwed up the last one. I think he had a good game overall, so you've got to keep him in.
Left-hand side of the defence, we're also sticking with the informed player in Toby Alderweireld. We're a bit torn on this one because he has played 3 in a week, so it could very easily be Dyer alongside Sanchez.
I think the fact that it's a late game on Sunday, I know you sound silly, but I think the fact that it is a late game on Sunday might just push it over the edge to him starting, and hopefully he can get through that game and then maybe give him a rest for Zagreb and have him fit for Arsenal.
Exactly, have a nice long week for him to get fit for the derby.
So I think him playing as centre-back, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, him playing in this game. I don't really want to risk having Dyer and Sanchez together, because seeing their partnership of late, I want to keep Toby there for that experience. So I'm going to try and eke another game out of him for this week.
Centre midfield, the general, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I mean, I am starting to worry a bit about them too, not in terms of quality, but in terms of being overplayed.
Yeah, because we kind of have to play them, don't we?
That's what I'm saying.
They're so crucial to the team. We don't have any other players in the squad that can have the qualities that they do. So we need to play them again. I would rest them against Zagreb and have them fully fit for the Arsenal game.
Who did you play? Winks Sissoko for Zagreb.
or maybe Winks Lo Celso or something, or Sissoko Lo Celso, or maybe have put Lo Celso in there with him potentially being fit. I would definitely have an eye on starting him. And so yeah, I think Ndombele and Højbjerg, I know they definitely did tire throughout the game, but hopefully this one might be a different case. And hopefully we could have more with the fullbacks helping out a bit more. Maybe they won't be so stretched, I'm thinking, and they could have more control. So it maybe might lead to them not being as tired in this one later in the game.
Well, yeah. I mean, alongside Højbjerg, we're going for Tongi and Ndombele.
Yeah, sorry,
obviously.
Ndombele.
So with us I think in this game we're gonna have a lot of the ball in terms of the way Palace play. They kind of sit deep, soak up the pressure, and hit teams on the break quite successfully with Zaha and Eze. But Ndombele is going to be so important to having all that space and threading the ball and kind of being that glue from the midfield to the attack.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, what I was saying before off camera is that when Lo Celso now he's back, I kind of want to see him rotating with Ndombele next to Højbjerg, as opposed to maybe in that cam position. Maybe now, because he's just come back from injury, you don't want to maybe overwork him, so maybe not put him in the centre mid just yet. But I mean, a long term, I would like to see that as a potential rotation, maybe, and leaving a spot open for Lucas or Lamela or Dele in that central attacking position, because I feel like with Lo Celso and Dembele there, those are the two players maybe with kind of similar qualities in terms of ball retention, press resistance and stuff like that, and players we can play the ball into in central midfield without the fear of losing it, whereas Winks and Sissoko just haven't stepped up this season in that respect. So I would like to see that kind of rotation there in that position, but we'll have to wait and see what Mourinho has planned.
Yeah, I mean, I do get what you're saying. I think we've seen him play that role quite successfully, Lo Celso.
Yeah.
So I would like to see him in there again. Potentially, I'd like to see a 4-3-3 with Højbjerg a bit deeper, with Ndombele and Lo Celso alongside each other a bit further forward. So, I mean, that I would like to see. But in terms of Lo Celso and how he's coming back now, I think the number 10 role is going to be his role for the next month at least, until he gets his full fitness back.
Yeah, a bit like what he did with Tongi, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Like Tongi built up his fitness playing in that number 10 role because he didn't have to work too hard. He obviously had to work hard, but not as hard as a central midfield, do you? You don't have to put out all those fires that the CMs have to. So I think that's the way to do it. Build up his fitness in the cam role, and then once he's at peak fitness, you can maybe look at dropping him deeper if need be.
Left-hand side of the attack, obviously, Heung-min Son. He needs a goal. I mean, he's playing really well at the moment, but he needs a goal.
Yeah, he does. Just to help him out, help him going along. He is doing a good role creatively. He's getting a lot of assists, and he's always provides a contribution when he's on the pitch. So not going on at him, but yeah, 1 goal in 9 for someone like Son. He'll probably be looking at thinking I need to do better than that. So yeah, he does need could do his confidence no end of good if he gets a goal.
Right-hand side of the attack, Eric Lamela we've gone for. Gareth Bale, I don't think he was that good against Fulham. Albeit, I mean, against Crystal Palace, if he does start, he's going to have a lot more space to work with, like he did against Burnley, and we saw how much joy he had against Burnley. So it could be Gareth Bale, but I think we've gone for Eric Lamela because he's actually been unlucky not to play the last couple of games, and he's playing well at the moment.
He had a great cameo against Fulham, didn't he? He looked really sharp when he came on that right-hand side, dribbling past a few players, setting chances up. So I think Lamela is going to get the nod in this one from the start, and also considering Bale's started the last 2, we need to manage his minutes, and we've got some big games against Zagreb and Arsenal coming up, so I think he'll have more of a role to play in those games, so I would start him on the bench in this one.
In the number 10 position, we are going for Lucas Moura. Dele Alli, really good performance against Fulham, but he tired really quickly. I can see Dele starting, to be honest. I mean, it's either way. I think it could be either Lucas or Dele very easily. I got a feeling it's going to be Lucas. He's one of the informed players at the moment, and I got a feeling Dele will be starting against Zagreb.
Yeah, I think Lucas. Mourinho said he only rested him because he's played 2 games in a week in that forward line. So he rested him for Fulham, even though he came on with 20 minutes to go. So I think Lucas, who's been in good form, is going to get the nod in this one. I feel like he always wants some devastating, pacey players in that team, where they can fit them in. Where obviously when he's got Bale and Son in there, he can afford to have Dele and Kane. But when it's just Dele, I feel like he's not going to have just Lamela. He needs pace as well. So that's why I feel like Dele might not get the nod in this one, and it'll be Lucas and Lamela. Also, Lucas and Lamela both playing fairly well, so I don't think he'll have any any thoughts about putting him in. I think he'll be confident to put them in. They played well against West Brom, played well against Everton, played well against West Ham as well. So I think they're both two players who can do a job, and hopefully in this one they can get us over the line.
And then obviously up top, the main man, Harry Kane. He hasn't been completely himself recently. Missed a couple of good chances against Fulham. People are calling us up this week saying he needs a goal. I mean, it's only been one game without a goal.
Literally scored against Burnley.
But that just shows the quality of the man.
Yeah. Obviously against West Ham as well, he missed a few chances which people expect him to score.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about him at all or anything like that. I think he's still playing well and he's getting the chances. But last couple of games, he hasn't been sticking them away. But it's only a matter of time before he starts sticking them away again. And it could very well happen in this game.
Yeah, so let me just run through that lineup with you one more time. So it's Hugo Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilon left back, Toby and Davinson Sanchez in the centre back pairing, with Højbjerg and Ndombele in the double pivot, Son on the left, Lamela on the right, Lucas in the middle with Harry Kane up top. What scoreline prediction are you going for?
I've gone 2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs. I've
gone
3-0.
3-0. I've gone 3-0 Spurs. Like I say every week, I think if we get the early goal, I think that we can really kick on and win this game by a comfortable margin. If we give them any encouragement, they can really hurt us with players like Zaha and Eze. So I call on the boys to have a fast start. And I think if we can get 1 or 2 goals early, I think it could potentially even be more than 3. And yeah. So, yeah, I'm going 3-0.
I think it's going to be a tougher game than that. I can see us going for a 2-0 lead. I can see us getting 2 goals. But then I can also see, I think, Palace coming back into it a bit with the class of player they have. And if we tire as well, Schlupp always seems to score against us, doesn't he? Yeah. So I think he scored last 2 games, hasn't he, Schlupp? And even for Leicester, I remember he scored against us. But I think it'll be a tough game. Palace don't have a lot of pressure on them, as Mourinho said in his press conference. They're just fine for mid-table, so they can come and play. I think we obviously have the quality, so we have to try and stamp our authority on this game and make sure we don't allow Palace to get their foot on the ball and play like we did at Selhurst Park in the second half. We need to get the chances and put them away when we do, and if we do that, I think we will win this game, and it will put us in a really good position. But I think we can't underestimate the quality of those Palace forward line, because they've got some serious quality there. Yeah,
no, 100%. You're absolutely spot on. But yeah, there you have it. That is our predicted lineup. Unfortunately, there will not be any match preview for you this week, as we just about ran out of time. Absolute host of content coming your way. It came your way yesterday, coming your way today, and tomorrow we'll be live for the watch along. 7 o'clock we'll be going live for a 7:15 kickoff. Tottenham against Crystal Palace at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then it is your chance to have your say on the game in the post-match fan show. So come and have your say. We're looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow night. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.